When you decide you're getting divorced, one of the first things that you'll want to do is make an inventory of your personal property in your house. You can do this by going room to room, or you can take pictures. One of the nice things about taking pictures is if worst comes to worst, you'll be glad that you have photographs of everything, because then making that inventory or proving it to a judge will be easier. Don't underestimate how hard this is going to be, not because it's difficult to take a pad of paper and write things down, but because these items represent your life together. And I'll take this and you take that begins to feel like just a little bit strange, frankly. In my own divorce, going through the house with my ex-husband, that was one of the hardest things I ever did. But I also tried to keep in mind that these were just material possessions and things that could always be replaced. Keeping that in mind will help you, too, to stay reasonable about it. Health insurance is another important issue in your divorce. If you've been listed on your spouse's policy, you can stay on that policy until the divorce is finalized. Once you're divorced, though, you need to have your own insurance. You can stay on your spouse's policy through a thing called COBRA. The problem is that COBRA tends to be very expensive and it only lasts 3 years. So now is probably a good time to price out COBRA, decide if you can get insurance through your own employer, or price out private pay insurance. Contact credit card companies to close your joint credit card accounts. Again, this is something that in a perfect world you'll speak to your spouse about before you do it. But if you can't speak with your spouse about it, you need to do it anyway. Each credit card company has its own rules about how this is done, so you'll want to contact each one individually, but it's very important to close those joint accounts. To be sure that you've done that, you should also get a copy of your credit report from each of the 3 credit reporting agencies. They'll be able to tell you all of the credit cards, even ones you've forgotten about. If there are still balances on the credit card accounts, you'll be able to close them, but you have to make arrangements for how the balance will be paid off. You may want to do that with your joint savings, but first ask your lawyer.